What's good, everyone? What is good? Welcome to the channel. This is a what's up? Blah blah blah. What's good, everyone? What is good, everyone? Welcome back to the channel with your show, of course, Mac. Hope you all are having a great day today. And today we're back with another Sims First People. And today's people we are going to be creating. I don't know yet because this is a pre-recorded build. Yes, I just want to come in here and finish the commentary from last time because I know if I don't do it, I'm going to forget the rest of the story. And again, it had a really weird ending, an open ending. I'm gonna see if tonight if I can go back and finish it. But yeah, so whatever build this is, I hope you all do enjoy it, and we're gonna get into the commentary. So in the last part, I told you guys that I'll be retelling the stream that I had. Literally, now it's been like a few minutes because I woke up a few minutes ago already. The commentary. So a few minutes ago, I had this dream. I woke up from this dream and it was intense. I thought it was like a movie, I thought this has to be like a movie or a book that I'm dreaming about. I don't know, like tell me if it is or not because this is something else. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and finish it. So in the last part, we talked about a little synopsis. Is it started off with me at home having chores to do, and then I didn't end up doing all the chores. I ended up just doing the stairs, and I set the living room a little bit. I set the vacuum and mop and everything. But I realized after I was done dinner, I had some stuff I had to get done that was really important. So I said, you know what, I can do it later in the night because I normally do like stuff at night because I'm a nighttime person, and um. I'll just, eat the food and I'll go do the other stuff and then I'll do it after. And so before dinner came, my mom said to me that they needed to talk about something, and I said okay. And then at that point, my dad was mad, and he was making these snide comments to me about something, about like how lazy I was or whatever. And I realized this was bad. So before we started eating, I said, I was like, Mom, what are we gonna talk about? Because he keeps making snide comments. So let me know what we're talking about. And they said I'm not putting my weight in the house and that I'm being lazy and that I'm not doing anything. And then he asked me, what have you done? Like what work have you done? And I said, I have, I have done the stairs and I've mopped the floor. I know I've done the stairs, I swept the stairs, and I swept the living room. And he's like, and he takes me. I was like, this is not swept. This is terrible. What are you? What do you do? You did nothing. You're useless. Everything. They started making fun of me, everything like that. I started getting pissed off, and then they started talking about something about me, and then I started getting mad. Anyways, it leads up to me stealing his car and running away. And so I ended up running away to supposedly it was supposed to be my aunt's house, but it ended up being a psych ward. Yeah, I woke up at a psych ward, and then I don't know how time passed, but anyways, I realized that I need to get back the car because the car is brand new. He's still paying it off, and it just felt wrong that I was here and it was his car. So I called my mom to come get the car. Because again, I was still not talking to my dad, so I called my mom, I guess, to come get the car. And then she ended up coming, and she ended up bringing something with her, this bag, and it fell out of her pocket. And I saw it had a bunch of marbles in it, and then I realized that she brought my dad too, and my dad was pissed. He was silent, but he was pissed. And I got this bad feeling that if I give him the car, he's going to destroy everything in the car that's mine. So I said, you know what, I can give you the keys. What we can do is I need to go outside, take what's mine in the car, and then you can take it, right? And then the psych ward person, my doctor said I couldn't do that because, once you check in, you can't check yourself out. You can't go outside there. I was like, okay, then come with me. You come outside, and you watch me do that stuff, and then you bring back inside here because I'm not going anywhere. I want to stay here. So she said okay, and so he didn't say anything again. He was silent this time. He was just saying a word or anything like that. My mom said okay, and so they ended up we're inside. They're actually inside waiting for me, but I said no. Can they wait outside? And so she told the doctor told them to wait outside, and we'll meet them outside. While this is going on, I think he drops like a marble on the ground, and I start getting a bad feeling. So I pick up the marble. I go to my doctor. I said, nurse, what is this? And he's like, oh my god, do you have any more of this? And I'm like, yes. I go in the back. I picked up the purse that my mom had, or the pouch that she had with all of them that she dumped in her hands. Like, okay, you need to leave. I'm like, what's going on? It's like, you need to leave. I'm like, what's going on? It's like, this is like some magical stuff, and he's out to kill you, and you just need to leave this hospital right now. I'm like, oh my god, what do I do? Like, we're trapped, right? He's like, no, there's a time machine in the back. And so, anyways, I woke up. There was actually this machine above my bed. On a shelf, and I didn't know what it was until she told me that it was a time machine. And so now this is back where I left off. So anyways, at this point I'm frantic, so I go and I go to the time machine, and somehow at this point everything's shifting. So what used to be my dad is now some grumpy white person. What used to be my mom is now some weird looking, just look, she looks like 29-year old girl with red hair. And then me, who was a black boy, is now a white girl. It was something else. I had pigtails. I remember I had pigtails. I was like, I'm not me anymore. So anyways, at this point again, I'm not focused on that. I'm dreaming. So she tells me I have to go and use the time machine. So I go use the time machine. I magically press all these buttons that I know, and the last thing I hear is someone banging on the door while I zap away to this gas station. The gas station had three people in it. It was like this one little kid, this one person in front of the counter, and one person behind the counter. They weren't even buying anything. They were just chatting and laughing and everything. And I walk in, they're frantic as hell. I'm like, oh my god, what just happened? And then like they weren't. The thing is, they weren't even like worried and about what's going on. And so I look back, and this is where I knew I messed up. Like, of course, I have to mess up in my dreams. I look back again. At this point, they're not talking to me. I guess they're not taking any mind. I know they tell me it's about the computer, but I go back. I look at the file, and I log off. I log off of the time machine because it was a computer now. It turned from this big old like elaborate like machine to a computer. So I log off of the computer because I don't want to go back through that, and I was scared. So I log off the computer, and I go to them. I start frantically telling them, "Yo, I come from the past. My dad tried to kill me. I don't know what to do. I need help," and they believe me. I'm surprised, but yeah, they believe me off the bat. They're like, "Well, can you help?" I'm like, "I need to get out of here. I don't know where to go. This and that." And then while this is going on, I'm looking because again, we're at a gas station. I look out the window, and I see a car pull in. And I just get a dread. I just get dread through my stomach. I'm like, "Oh no, 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 no!" And I look, it's that girl, my so-called mother. My mother sits with the car. I'm like, "What's going on? They found me." I start to panic. I'm like, okay, I don't see my father. I think I'm good. I think I'm safe. And then she walks in this other car and gets walks out. Not my father, Lex Luthor. This I knew I was like, I'm going crazy. But the way I reacted, I felt like that was like my now father. I feel like my father just transformed into Lex Luthor, which is like the ultimate villain. And so I'm like, oh no, he's here. And then everyone believed me again. All of them believed me. They all started looking frantically. They saw them, and they had this little girl who, oh my god, I guess I watched him at Smallville, but she looked exactly like, if you watch Smallville, the first episode, if you remember when the Kents went into the flower shop and met Lana as a baby, or like as a child, looks exactly like her. That was Lana's kid, like Lana as a child with him, which is kind of weird because they got married at one point in the show. But anyway, moving on. In my dream, it was Lex Luthor, and she had like Lana, and I was like frantic. I was like, I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here. So I go back on my computer, and remember, I just logged out, and I closed the program down. One, I have no clue what time traveling program it was, so I was stuck. I had no clue, so I started clicking on buttons trying to get this thing open so I can leave and time machine back into wherever I need to go next. And I asked them to lock the door, and before they could lock the door opened, and the little girl walks up beside the person on the counter. He's like, "Oh, no, uncle, auntie, one of those two. How are you?" And then they're like, "We're great, sweetie." And then she starts like, "Who's this?" I'm like, "Oh shit, I'm dead." So I'm like, here, I'm trying to look for the software, and I couldn't find it. And I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do because I couldn't find the software to the time machine. And then I heard the door open again, and then I woke up. That's pretty much what happened. That was the crazy ass dream that I had. I honestly, when I woke up, I was like, whoa, that felt like a book. I don't know, maybe because last night I was watching movie recaps, and so I decided to have a movie of my own. But yeah, that was like one of the most weirdest realistic to non-realistic movies I've ever had. All I know is I felt the emotion. I was like, when my so-called dad was like egging me on about not cleaning up the house to the full extent and how I was the worst member of the family and I was lazy, I actually felt so mad. Like I felt the anger. That's one thing I remember, was the anger I felt, that I just want to piss them off. So when he was mopping the floor, because it happened, he started mopping the floor to clean up the rest of the house. I just want to piss him off. So I took my muddy boots and because remember I had a pair of shoes at the front, because again, I'm leaving at this point, I'm not coming back. So I want to get everything I could, and there's a pair of shoes that I really like, but it was at the front of the house, and he's mopping the front of the house. I was like, you know what, F it, I don't care, this is gonna piss him off too. So it's like, the sweeter the berries. So I was happy. So I went and I picked up those shoes and he was livid. He got so mad. He dashed the broom down. My mom to come over, like, what's going on? I'm like, why would you do that? I'm like, because I'm leaving. She's like, where are you leaving? I'm like, I'm going to live with auntie. I'm going to live with aunt in Florida because my aunt lives. And I'm gone. Like, I'm leaving this place. I'm never coming back. And my mom got frantic, and then I started picking my stuff, and then my dad's like, what? Where you going? I'm like, I'm leaving. And then I ended up taking his car keys because he had the newest car, and he started like slow walk following me. And that was like dread. I still remember this part. This part actually scared the living ish out of me because when you like you can't start the car. Like honestly, I tried so hard to start this car and it just wouldn't start. To point, I just yanked the thing into reverse and started to roll. I'm like, oh no, oh no, oh no, it's not starting. He just kept on following, trying to open the door. I'm like, crap. The door open. I'm dead. I just knew if he opened the door, I was going to die in my dream. But somehow, by the grace of God, the car starts to drive again. I didn't feel like, when you turn on the car, it starts to rumble and stuff. It didn't rumble. It just started to drive like normal. I guess I was like, no, this is a new car. He's still paying it off because all I remember is he's trying to pay off the car right now. Anyways, it's a new car. He's trying to pay it off, so it has that brand new type of deal with it. And so I started driving, and then again, I went from driving to waking up in a psych ward. Don't know how, but that happened. Again, that dream was intense. It was something else. I felt the anticipation of, see, part what really scared me was when he showed up at the psych ward. I don't know, again, I don't know if you could feel dread while you're sleeping, but I felt the instant danger that he was out to kill me. And the funny thing is, this is all over me not finishing up cleaning because, again, I had something to do. All I remember in that situation was that I had something more important to do later on that I could not do the chores right now. Like, I could do it later, but I just could not. Like, the thing I had to do could not wait. And so I tried to explain that to them, and they would not. By the grace of God, they just wouldn't listen to me at all. And I was so frustrated. I was like, oh. But yeah, that was the dream. I don't know how to psychoanalyze it, but it was something. Sorry, I'm trying to edit the other video right now. What are we doing on time? Oh, it's already been 12 minutes. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed. And of course, I'll talk to you in the next one. I'm out. Deuces. Peace. Bye later. I love y'all. Peace. Have a great day. Peace, guys.